All right, last time I tried to do this, I tried to talk while playing, and that was a horrible, horrible idea. I got completely wrecked by the raid boss. So this time I just decided to do a voiceover because it's a lot easier. I don't have to worry about what I'm talking about and the gameplay at the same time. But yeah, this is the first time I one shotted Horrific Scarecrow. I have never one shot him at all, unless it was tier 4 or tier 3 or whatever. I think that's pretty easy. I don't think it starts to get really hard until T5. So I'm actually really proud about this. And I did it with Batman Ninja Robin. Obviously, you can see that in the background. I used an amulet on him. I think it was the agility amulet. Last time I played with him, I tried to use the Might amulet, which increases your basic attack hits, but that did not end well. I think I only did like 2 mil damage, so it's only 66% of his health. This time I used the agility, uh, whatever what's it called, the amulet, the agility amulet, and I managed to one shot him. So I think that's another thing that I was missing. Maybe that's why my gameplay last time was super shit too. But anyways, yeah, I one shot him. It was awesome. This would have been a lot easier if I had all gears on him, but I'm actually missing the boots. And unfortunately, you can't get the boots. You can't buy them or you can't really get them anywhere other than raids. So it's really just about how lucky I am in raids. Once I get them, though, my plan is I'm gonna make those boots all attack. Since I basically already have my lethal attack, critical attack chance, fast attack, and my crit damage pretty high up. So I think the next thing is just to add a little bit more attack to the character. On top of that, I do need to level him up a little bit more. I think I need like 10 more levels, and then he should be ready to go. But also at the same time, I kind of don't really feel like upgrading him, just because. I mean, to be honest, not to be messed up, but I don't see my league going to T6 for a very long time. All right, I have a lot of new players in the league, and I have no problem with that because I mean we could finish T5 and they can get the rewards, which means that they're going to be able to build up their roster a little bit quicker. So I don't really mind not going to T6. It's just that I'm not really going to have a lot of T6 gameplay anymore. I don't think I ever will, just because unless I get like some super OP people in my league, then maybe we can go to T6. But in terms of the difference between T5 and T6, I don't really see a big difference. I mean, I one can even argue that T4 is better just because you can reuse your characters, which means that you don't have as much stress on you, right? As soon as you have 3 good teams, you're basically golden. And in tier 4, they don't have super high health, the raid bosses. So in my opinion, T4 and T5 are a little bit more average than people might think. You don't have to go to T6. But I guess it's really just a thing where you can brag about it, and you do get slightly better rewards in T6. But I'm not really stressing about that. I'm pretty happy in T5. I think we should finish Horrific Scarecrow right now. There it is. Okay, I might be watching this at a different time that you guys are watching this, but there it is. I one shot him. What is it? 3.3 damage or something? Three. Okay, 3.2. Okay, basically 3.3 mil damage. All right, that's pretty cool. Batman Ninja Robin. Obviously, I need to have Gorilla Grodd in there. He's the one that generates you power. Another reason why I wanted to do a voiceover is because last time that I did this, I completely misspoke in what I was saying. I was saying that Batman Ninja Robin is the one that decreases the defense and attack or whatever it is that Gorilla Grodd does. I was saying that Batman Ninja Robin had that passive, but I was wrong. It wasn't him. It was Gorilla Grodd that has that passive. So it was like I didn't feel comfortable uploading that just because I kind of that's a pretty big mistake, especially if someone wants to upgrade Batman Ninja Robin thinking he has all these abilities, but I messed up. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait for the next raid and I'll just do the commentary then after the gameplay instead of doing it at the same time. I think that's a lot better. Right now I'm fighting Captain Cold, and Captain Cold this time I really just messed up. Normally it is a breeze to fight Captain Cold, but this time it took me literally all 3 minutes to fight him. I'm not sure why that is. I don't remember. I remember the AI being weird. That's all I remember. But with Multiverse Armored Supergirl, he should be able to one shot him anyways. She should be able to one shot him anyways. Thankfully I did. It was like the last microsecond, but I did. And then the next one's gonna be Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd sub boss. I was planning on fighting Doctor Fate just because I perfected. Well, I didn't perfect, but I spent the time upgrading Silver Banshee. So naturally, I made her to fight Doctor Fate because that's what everyone does. But someone had already done damage to Doctor Fate, which meant that it would be kind of a lie if I said it was a one shot. And since no one had damaged Gorilla Grodd yet, I was like, you know what? I'll just fight Gorilla Grodd. I'll fight Doctor Fate another day. Gorilla Grodd is a really weird case where I think he's the easiest sub boss, but I don't really have a team to fight him. I always just assumed people wanted to fight him, so I always felt like it would be pointless to have a team to fight him. Just because if someone else did damage to him, that meant I would kind of waste a pip if I used a super OP team to fight him. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do the least likely characters that people are going to fight, which would be basically the other three. Specifically horrific Scarecrow, but it did take me a while to be able to one shot him, like I said earlier. So I don't know. I mean, that might have been a stupid idea. That might have been a good idea. I don't know. Whatever. At least I one shot him at the very last second. In all these matches, I beat them in the last second. But I'm still happy about it. I can't really complain. I think that's pretty cool. Um, Another thing is I'm gonna save these clips just because I want to do a video of me fighting T5 solo. However, I'm not gonna really be able to do that as easily as it sounds, okay? Because I have an entire league and it's my league, you know? So the only way I'm able to do that video is if I get to fight, or in this case now I just need to fight Dr. Fate and I need to fight Brainiac. But I need to do so when nobody has done any damage to them. That is a very difficult thing to do because there's like 20 people in my league, so we're all constantly fighting. I need to do it when they're not fighting. I could have asked them to just not touch anybody for like the next 3 days and let me do the work. But I honestly believe somebody might not read the message. I'm sure most people would read it, but that one guy that doesn't read the message and does damage is just going to completely ruin it. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to collect these over time, collect these gameplays, and then I'll just do a giant mashup of them, and then just call it a T5 solo. It will still be a T5 solo. I'm not getting out of that. I'm not copying out of that. It still will be that. It's just the way that I lay it out might be a little bit weird. But I think it should still be entertaining. I have absolutely no problem getting clips from different raids and then mashing them together to call it a T5 solo. And obviously, I know that T5 you can't refresh your character, so obviously I'm gonna have to fight every single sub boss or every single phase with a completely different character from the last videos because otherwise I would just be cheating. Because in T5, like I said, you cannot refresh your characters. Um, but yeah, we have a little bit left in the gameplay. I'm not really sure what to talk about anymore. I kind of got all that out of the way. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know how you guys been. I wanted to cover the new update with what's his name, Deadshot, and I was planning on doing that. But nah, man, I didn't really. I just couldn't be interested in it. It was too like stupid for me to be interested in it. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's just the way it is. I guess the new Saw movie's coming out. I'm super excited about that. I've been rewatching all the Saw movies the last week. I really like the franchise. I mean, some people say it's too gory, some people say it's pointless, and I agree. I agree, and that's why I like it. All right. It might be a little too gory sometimes, but overall, I like the entire concept of it. I liked the two concepts of the movies, which is the first concept is pretty obvious. It's like putting the human condition in torture and seeing what they would do. So, in other words, the will to live, as Jigsaw likes to call it. And then the second part of the I guess psychology part of these movies is whether or not Jigsaw is doing the right thing. Right? Some people say he's a good guy. I personally don't think he's a good guy, just because there's really no point in torturing these people to that extent unless they did something super bad, and not all these characters did something super bad. But it is entertaining to watch, so I'm not going to complain about it. Anyways, that's about it. I think I have like 30 seconds left on the gameplay. I don't want to talk about anything big because otherwise the video is just going to cut off. So, I I've been really surprised that fuck, I can't really talk about this. It's about to end. Um, I was just gonna say that I've been really surprised with the views I've been getting lately. I'm not gonna go into that, but yeah. Anyways, we ended off the gameplay with I think 9 million damage. I'm not too sure. Hold on, 9 point. What is that? 9.8 million damage. So the video ended, which means I'm gonna have to add a clip in the end, which it's gonna be more editing for me, but whatever. But we ended off with 9.3 damage, 9.8, sorry, 9.8 damage. I'm super excited about that. I mean, I normally hit like 15 to 20 mil, but the fact that I was able to do it with just 3 pips and one-shotting sub-bosses, I think that's pretty cool. Never done that before. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking because I probably sound repetitive and annoying by now. So yeah, I'm just going to end off with have a nice day.